Hello everyone, today we have new video review and this time we are going to check fresh release from Eduard. This is a Profipack kit which is molded in 1/72 scale, you can see it here, and it copies Spitfire HF Mk.VIII. So we are going to check it and see what is included inside this box. You can get it on official Eduard website if you would like to get it ASAP, but we are going to see what is included here. So first of all, box size here is typical. We have quite nice box art on the front. Then on the side we have 5 marking options which are included here. This is a Profipack, so it's a typical feature for this series, and I guess those marking options will be interesting to copy in small scale. And here on the other side we have some safety information, also address of the manufacturer and QR code for the kit info page, so you can download the digital manual there. I really recommend to do so because it might be handy for those who assemble the model and have the PC in front of them. So this is a top opening box. And here is what we have inside. So all frames are packed into the same plastic bag. Then we have assembly manual and decals on the bottom, and I guess some other bonuses are included on the bottom. So we'll check them one by one. We had clear sprue on the top, so we are going to start with it. It is packed into the separate plastic bag in order to avoid scratches, obviously. So it's a typical round shaped sprue with various clear parts. We have here antennas, we have also the canopy parts, we have also some target side parts. Everything is molded nicely, and this is a Profipack, so we have masks out of the box and you can replicate the open cockpit with help of this part, so that's really cool and I don't have any complaints about those elements. Next we go on with... Actually there are 2 plastic bags. So here we have the next one, and in the meantime let me remind you that you can support us financially. It is done quite easily by pressing the donate button on our website, because there you will be redirected to the PayPal page and you will be choosing how much you are willing to send us via PayPal. And believe me, all this money are useful because we are a non-profit channel, so you are the ones who help us to develop, and we really appreciate those donations which were sent to us already, because they made it possible to get, for example, this video light. So here we have first gray plastic sprue. This one is dedicated to mix of various elements. We have the sleep tanks, we also have some cockpit parts, pilot seat, for example here, landing gear doors, exhaust stacks, pilot seat which is molded as one piece element, the middle section, and if we flip it over here you can see parts from another side. So despite their size, this is a 1/72 scale, they still look quite nice and I think it will be easy to work with them. As far as I remember, my build was quite easy and you can find our article on our website. Here we have second gray plastic sprue, again cockpit walls here, some parts for the wheel wells, some minor elements for the internal and external detailing, landing gear wheels, and some of the bombs and fuel tanks. So some of those parts can be replaced with resin sets, so if you would like to get even more convincing finish, you can get original resin add-ons, which are sold separately, and they will be easy to install because they usually do not require any plastic modification before the installation. Next we go on with another plastic sprue. So here we have plastic bag with the biggest plastic frame and also 2 thin frames, so just give me a sec. Basically what we have here is 2 narrow frames which are dedicated to various external elements. It means ailerons, tail wings and also wing edges or wing tips. So obviously not all of them will be used, so some of them will go into your spare parts box. And last gray plastic sprue features, let's say, the most obvious parts. It means fuselage halves, wing parts, and also cowling parts. Yes, top cowling section is molded separately, so you have to be careful while joining these 2 halves together. Or you can get a one-piece brassine upgrade which will actually solve this problem, so it is up to you. We have here the standard external detailing, it means recessed panel lines and riveting, and even though this is 1/72 scale, as you can see it is almost as large as my palm, still this model should be quite detailed, and there is a endless choice, let's say, of original resin accessories which will improve it even more. And if we flip it over, here inside you can notice that we have some guiding elements, which will be also helpful during assembly. Don't worry about plain walls in the cockpit area, as you remember cockpit walls were molded separately, so you will install the cockpit subassembly into the fuselage half. Okay. Next we have various bonuses. This is a Profipack, so it would be strange not to get something additional here. So first of all we get this plastic bag with tiny masks. So just give me a second to open it. And here it is. These masks are pre-cut, so it should be easy to apply them on the canopy, and as far as you can see they will be concerning only the canopy. We will consult assembly manual for this. Next, plastic bag carries one PE thread, so it is a pre-painted PE thread. And here we have various parts for external and internal detailing. All those elements will be handy in order to achieve a quite nice cockpit. So don't be shy and try to install all those elements. You will be rewarded with a really nice result. Next we have another plastic bag. So here it is. Actually here manufacturer packed 2 decals sheets. So we are going to open it once again and take a look at those decals sheets. First one is quite small and it actually hints on the original date of release for this kit. It happened in 2017, so 3 years ago, and printed quality is quite nice. They come straight from Eduard, so there is nothing surprising in this. And next we have another decal sheet, which is, let's say, fresh one. It is dedicated to new marking options which are included into this kit. We also have decals for the instrument panel. I do not see decals for the seat belts, unfortunately, so if you would like to replicate seat belts, you will have to get them as an additional PE set or maybe as a steel set. But still, printing quality looks quite fine, and it's really cool that in 1/72 scale kit we get stencils included as well. Next we have assembly manual. So this one is printed in form of typical Eduard brochure, small format. Let's close lenses a bit so it won't be that bright white. So on the first page we have short history note in English language. Next we continue with parts map, and note how many parts won't be used in this project. So pay attention and use the right elements for this build. Assembly process starts with pilot seat, and note that still we have so we have seat belts in form of PE. Sorry, I forgot that this is a Profipack, so we get them as a PE parts and there is no need to have them as a decals. In case you are not in favor of PE parts, well, sorry for you. Next we go on with instrument panel. Here we have choice between decals, also the plastic and PE parts. Here we assemble the cockpit walls together. And here you can see what I was mentioning. So we install the cockpit subassembly between fuselage halves. Next we continue with wing assembly. Here we install wing mechanization. Flaps are molded in, so if you would like to drop them, you will have to get the separately sold PE set. Here we continue with tail surfaces. Next we have the assembly of the chin panel. We continue with air intakes here. Next we assemble main landing gear wheels and legs. We install them into the place. Here we continue with propeller. Here you copy the mirror for 4 marking options out of 5, and is installed on the top of the canopy windshield. Note that here you will have to choose which part you use, because it will depend on the open or closed position. So be sure to pick the right element, otherwise it will look weird. And here you can see the final steps. It is attachment of the various antennas below the aircraft. That's an decals application, actually masks application guide. So as you can see, they concern the canopy and also positioning lights. Next we have first marking option. It comes from Sicily, November 1943. This one is from February 1944. Next we continue with March 1944. Here is the Italy early 1944. And last, fifth version is from Italy 1944. Of course, stencils were included, so we have stenciling guide here on the last page. And then we have full list of the possible accessories which can be used with this kit. So it includes the ammo bay, the one single piece engine cover, landing gear wheels, another P set, also the bracing cockpit. So you can get a really detailed model out of this with all those sets. Of course, this kit can be bought together with all this stuff on official Eduard website. I will be happy to hear your opinion about such model here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!